This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.
Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And ladies and gentlemen, folks, we are 2-5 in our last 7 games. After our first loss to OKC, we've struggled, ladies and gentlemen. We've struggled. We lose tonight to the Detroit Pistons, 124-119. I'm sure you've seen a whole bunch of post-game shows. You know all the information, and we'll throw it up on the screen. But I just want to ask Tony, what is wrong with this basketball team? What is wrong with the Knicks? What's wrong? 2-5 in the last 7 games after a 9-game win streak. We win 9, right? We win 9 straight, and then now we're 2-5 in the last 9. What are we doing? What's going on? What's happening? Where we at?
It's like Kanye said to Sway. I'm like, I don't have the answers, son. I don't have the answers. Like,
yo,
honestly. We've had all these talks about having these guys in their prime, but I feel like our toughest opponents be the young legs. You know what I mean? It'd be the young guns, the guys that haven't even scratched their prime yet.
We're a team. I use the term, a made-up term, veteranized. Which my girl told me, I'm not allowed to make up words. What? What are you talking about? I can make up words if I want to. How do you think words came into the dictionary? Like, how do you think language was invented? Somebody made up words, but
I think all guys
make
do
up
that
words,
too.
yo. Like, what is she talking about? I can make up words. Anyway, we got a group that can veteranize together. You know what I mean? So we got young vets, but we play slow, right? We're not like you said, young legs popping all over the place. We're not that type of team that has, you know what I mean? Like Brunson is, a slower guard in the league. He's shifty, and has surprising speed sometimes. Cat's not super duper fast. OG's not super duper fast. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I can understand why we would struggle against teams that have young, popping legs. You know what I mean? But we should still be smarter because we got young vets, know how to win, understand the game better, those type of things. I guess my question is this. Is this just who this basketball team is? And over that 9-game win streak, was it because we were playing a lot of not good teams, bad teams? I mean, Detroit is not a bad team. Detroit is a decent basketball team. Right, they took the route of adding vets, Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris. They already had some young talent on the team, so now they got young talent and they got some vets on the team. So they're a decent basketball team, and right now, I mean, they've been on a tear, to be honest with you. So it's not. I know you could say, oh, we lost to the Pistons, but it's not the same Pistons as last year or the year before. This is a better team. They're 21-19 now. You know, they're in the eighth seed in the Eastern Conference. They're a much better basketball team. We should have won, though. We're supposed to win this basketball game. You know, we're still third in the Eastern Conference, but we're supposed to win this basketball game. Do you look at the 9-game win streak now as we look backwards and say, well, we didn't have that strong of a schedule in December, so, you know, all right, we won. I mean, you play who's on your schedule, and you're supposed to win the games you're supposed to win. But does that 9-game streak does it take it down for you a little bit?
The only reason it doesn't is because even before the 9-game win streak, at our worst, we weren't as bad as we've been in the stretch. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't had a stretch as bad as the stretch that we are now. 5 losses out of the last 7 games. You know what I mean? Even prior to the 9-game win streak, we didn't win. We didn't lose. We only lost one. We only lost back-to-back once.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So even in that, like, we had some good stretches, some bad stretches. But I will admit, the competition has been
better.
You know what I mean? The teams have been more whole.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, we definitely hit a nice stretch all year, including the 9-game win streak, where we played some teams undermanned. We lost some of them. We won some. You know what I mean? Like, we played teams that didn't have their best guys at times. So that's been the trend more all year than just, you know what I mean, the teams themselves.
Right.
But, yeah, we got to figure this out because it's not going to get easier.
Yeah, it's not. It's not going to get easier. It's so disappointing because after winning, you know, after going on a 9-game win streak, you think, okay, this team hasn't even developed, hasn't even become a whole. The chemistry is not totally there, but, you know, we can go on a 9-game win streak. We're doing this, we're doing that. But then reality sets in. So, you know, is it a team that's, we obviously haven't reached our peak, right? But I don't know. I don't know what to think.
I mean,
I don't know.
It's crazy. Like, part of me feels like we need help, outside help. Like, we got to make a move. We got to do something. And then part of me is still like, maybe Mitch does change things. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
But even the Mitch thing, we haven't really got word on a real recovery time.
Yeah.
So,
second time we lost to the Pistons, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Second time Malik Beasley killed us.
Right.
And that's what got me pissed off more than anything. He out there acting like he Trae Young. You know what I mean? He trying to make the Knicks villain list. They said he had no opponent
right
in 2 games had as many threes as he did against us this year ever. So he in the Knicks history books.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, 9-game win streak. Orlando, we beat them 191. That's a decent win, decent team. Now,
yeah, on demand,
right? Timberwolves 133 to 107. I think they were at full strength, right? Ant was there, Randall was there, Gobert was there. Pelicans 104-93, no Zion, right? We beat Toronto 139-125. Supposed to. Beat San Antonio 117-114.
Good win. I'll
Good
credit that.
Good win. We beat Orlando 108-85. I think they were again on demand. Right? We beat the Wizards 136-132. Then we beat the Wizards 126-106. Then we beat the Spurs 119-103. All right, then we go on to lose to OKC They're at full strength. Well, they were at without Chet, right? We lose to
Caruso.
and Caruso. Lose to the Bulls, 139-126. Lose to Orlando, 103-94. An undermanned Orlando team. At that.
Even more undermanned than the last one.
Right.
Too.
More undermanned. We didn't have Cat, but right. We beat Toronto 112-98. Lose to OKC. Beat Milwaukee. And then just lose to the Pistons. I don't know. Maybe we're just an up and down team right now. It's a tough one for me. I don't know if, looking, obviously we played some undermanned teams during the 9-game win streak and some bad teams. So there's a lot to go with this basketball team. You know what I mean? Caller, you're live. Name me where you're from, please.
Hello?
Hello, you're live, my brother. How you feeling?
Yes, how you doing, Sam, Tony? How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Good.
Love the show. Always watch. I love
Thank
your
you.
guys' opinions.
Appreciate you.
But my problem is it's Brunson.
Okay. Uh-oh.
My problem is Brunson. Every time that we have the 2-guard rotation with what's my man with the awkward shot? Campaign and Deuce. The ball swings like hot potato. People are moving. There's not a stagnant offense. We're not pounding the rock down. When certain teams, Brunson can do that last year type of play.
Mm-hmm.
But when we have a 1 guard like we just did with Milwaukee, yes, it's okay. We only have 1 guard that's running the show. But when we have multiple guards and young legs, Brunson is lost on defense. We have enough offense that we don't need Brunson to be pounding the rock and it's Brunson time. Now, it's so predictable, and we get stuck on one side of the court. Even Frazier was calling it out. They're playing a zone. Stop going inside. Shoot out of the zone. We have shooters. Mikal just want to touch the rock and let it go. And let's play defense and keep pushing the ball. Campaign wants to go. He can't do nothing with the limited minutes. I understand Brunson is the captain and we have to play him. I'm not saying don't play him, but Tibbs, he knows. You could see. He knows. Like today, this game, when we had Deuce and Campaign in, we were leading. And that was our biggest lead. And I said, oh, please don't put Brunson in. Right away, they broke it up. Defense is gone. We back into offense. We got too much offense. The Knicks got unlimited offense, the best offense in the league. That's all I wanted to say. I don't know if you guys see what I'm saying, but this is what it is. You have multiple guards on the floor. Brunson is lost. He's a liability on defense with us.
Okay.
That's just my take. I don't know if I'm seeing something wrong, but that's what I see.
So what do you want to do with Brunson? What are you thinking?
I think
because someone in the chat
needs to manage the game better.
Okay.
He needs to manage the game better. He see that Campaign and Deuce is putting in the work, and the guys that wasn't touching the ball. Now OG is flourishing. He's cutting. Mikal is cutting. Cat is up there. Cat could take his guy down. And Tony made a point. And when Mitch comes back, then it will be even better. Then we could hide Brunson because Gilchrist can't just go to the rim like that. All these guys that's just going to the rim can't go to the rim like that once Mitch is back. So now we can hide Brunson. And we could slow the whole game down because we have a big man like Mitch down there patrolling that area. Then that's when Brunson becomes great. And everybody could spot up and shoot. But right now, we have no big man down there. We cannot afford for them to take Brunson, switch Brunson in the corner. Once they Man, that's all they do. They double Brunson, get him to force a pass. He don't know where people is because he was trying to find a shot, and that's once they have him trapped, he's trying to pass, and it's turnover, dribble, turnover. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's enough to hurt us in crucial minutes. The game looks so good when campaign against certain teams, when campaign and Deuce, they're not trying to be greedy. They're moving the rock. Boom, boom, boom. Defense can't keep up with them. The offense is not predictable. That's all I see. And I'm telling you, this team is good. But Tibbs just has to understand Brunson is the man. But I'm tired of the NBA with this. Hey, Bruss, chill. Sit on the bench. This game, you got to sit on the bench. It's too many times. Look at it when the Knicks was up. Even that game before we go on the losing streak when Brunson was hurt and was out, the two-man guards. Nobody couldn't stop us. We won that game.
The only thing I'm going to ask you to do the next game, when Cam and Deuce are in the game, and I'm not saying anything bad about Cam and Deuce, but I want you to look at the lineup of the other team as well and see who they're playing. Are Cam and Deuce playing against the other team starters or against their bench? That's all. That's all I want you to. I just just take a look at that and pay attention to that.
Right.
Because that does mean something. Because what you might see them doing, and all right, maybe the Knicks got the lead, doesn't mean that they would do that against the opposing team starters.
But it's not so much just the lead. What I'm seeing is that now I see Mikal is now can move around the court freely instead of standing in the corner on the right side of the court. When Brunson was on, Mikal was always on the right side of the court. He's always on the right side of the court. Look at that, too. He's always on the right side. He's not cutting as much. And if you do, and only person Brunson is really passing the ball to is Josh Hart. I'm being honest with you, unless the pick and roll up top with Cat. Other than that, he's not really passing the ball unless he's stuck. Okay. I mean, that's how it is. That's what happened tonight.
I understand what you're saying. I get it. And it's something to definitely watch. Yeah.
I agree with team, a lot.
Say that again.
No, I was saying I agree. I agree with a lot of what you're saying to a certain degree. The only thing I wanted to say about the Josh Hart thing is a lot of times when Brunson's being doubled, he's the guy intentionally being left open. So that's why Brunson most times has to pass it to him.
Yeah, he knows Josh Hart. I guess Josh Hart knows him. So Josh Hart pretty much has an eye on the whole game for rebounds and everything and where the ball is. But you're right. You're right in that aspect. What I noticed, Josh Hart also was playing good with these guys on Brunson. Josh Hart was swinging. Even Clyde would say, "Oh my God, the ball is not even staying in Josh Hart's hand." Boom, right away, Josh Hart swinging the ball, bang, 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 and he was a switch. I'm listening. That's why I like to watch the game when Clyde is in, because he says exactly what I'm thinking when I'm watching the game. I'm like, oh my God, Brunson is good. Don't get me wrong, but certain teams, I don't think he has fully adjusted to realize what he has with Ojanobi and Bridges and Cat.
Okay.
Man, like, right. Brunson don't need to score 40 every night. We didn't need him to score the 40 other night. Against Milwaukee, he did that because Dame is past Dame, but Dame can still shoot. He can still facilitate the offense. But Milwaukee only have one guard that's running everything. Yeah. They have no other young legs there to double. Even Clive was saying, "Hey, why are they allowing Brunson? No one's doubling Brunson." That's the truth.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, my man, I appreciate your time. Definitely love your perspective, and hope you call back soon.
All right, guys.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Have a great night.
Peace. Brunson tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jalen Brunson, 31 points, 11 assists, shot 50% from the field. He's only 1 for 7 from the 3-point line, and he was 6 for 8 from the free throw line tonight. Jalen Brunson. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I'm not benching Brunson for Deuce and Cam. Now, I do agree. If one of those guys is hot, let him rock. You know, let him rock for a little bit. If one of them guys is hot. On the line, ladies and gentlemen, we have another Brunson. This guy will never shoot 50% from the field.
I know. I shoot 100%.
He'll never get 11 assists. He'll never have 31 points in a game.
I get 40.
He will have 4 turnovers. I can tell you that. He have more than that.
Hey, man.
This is not the Brunson that you want on your team. Big Bubba, what's cooking?
What's going on?
It ain't Big Bubba ain't cooking. It ain't
I've
Big
been
Bubba.
cooking. I've been cooking, man.
He ain't cooking. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. What up, Tony Black? It's time.
What up,
It's
my
Yo
brother?
Black, it's time, but go ahead.
Yeah.
He got
Tony
his
know
own
I say
slogan,
Tony know I say it my
He got
way.
85% of it right. Go ahead, man.
Hey, listen. I just want you to know I've been running. I lost a little weight. I'm coming.
Did you notice he said a little weight, like 2 pounds?
Hey, man, I lost a little more than 2, man. Hey, listen, man.
A little weight. He lost a little weight.
A
little bit.
I changed my diet up a little bit, man.
Okay.
Listen, man. Listen. We got to do the trilogy. We got to do the trilogy, man.
I'm gonna embarrass you a 3rd time, but if that's what you want.
Hey, listen. Second time, I was getting there. I was warming up. Third time, I'm ready.
Right. You'll make your girl leave you again.
Hey, see here you go, man. See, this is why I don't.
What's up,
you know,
man?
I keep conversations between me and you just bring it to the internet. And now everybody's like, "Oh man, I'm perfectly happy, man. Me, my shorty, we good. Don't worry."
Okay. All right. I'm trying to find out. Did you call him to talk basketball or like what's the deal?
Anyways, I'm gonna cause a little controversy.
Oh snap! Here we go.
Shout out to Josh.
Shout out to Uncle Fulio. I got a comment from Uncle Fulio too. Coming up shortly.
I'm gonna say it, sir.
You gonna say what?
I think the Knicks should be thinking about a different coach soon.
What's our record?
See. We do this every time.
I know we do.
Every time.
We do this every single year, and we've continuously gotten better, along with winning streaks and losing streaks throughout a season.
I want to say this.
Every time we go on a losing streak, you know.
Just tell us why you want a new coach and what coach you want.
Yeah, especially
let me
coach.
say this.
Especially what coach.
You know, when it comes to me, I like to explain my things, and I want to put context on things.
I bet.
I'm gonna say this.
Like Tony said, make sure you tell us who. Who?
Okay, I will. Hold on. I want to put this in context.
All right, do it.
I think we can't fully judge this team until we get Mitch back.
Okay.
And when Leon, because we all know he's gonna do it. He's gonna try to get some bench pieces. Now me personally, I would probably cut Shaman. I would probably get TJ Warren in this team, bring him up. See if we get some scoring for him.
I'm not really sure.
I think we're gonna get a trade.
I don't know. I'm not sure about TJ Warren, man. I don't know.
I think he's better than. I think he's at least better than Shaman
before the season ends.
We'll see. We'll see. You know,
I think he's at least better than Shaman.
Okay. I mean, the last time I seen him play, he didn't look in shape. Maybe he's gotten in better shape. He's
been killing it.
He's been doing well in Westchester.
Yeah, I know. I know.
It's Westchester.
It's Westchester. But, you know, hey, you know what I'm saying? I would love for him to come up, you know, 6'8", guy that can defend and shoot, if that's what he can be. I would love it.
But again, so I'm putting my stuff in context. I'm saying we can't fully judge Tibbs until we get a better bench and we get Mitch back.
But
you don't want to fire.
But you're judging him. You said you think he should go.
But because I do think that we plateaued with him. I don't know if we can.
Okay.
I don't know if he's the coach to put us into the next spot to be championship level.
How can you say that you think we've plateaued with him if you can't judge him until you get a better bench and you get Mitch back? That doesn't.
Well, there's certain things
sense.
that I see with him that's been like prevalent throughout, like, just his coaching tenure with the Knicks. Like, yes, we play great. We do. We eat great. Defense is not good this year. And I do think that does come in with our center not being a good defender.
So,
And we got two negative defenders.
Right. Do you think that's Tibbs' fault that the defense now throughout his tenure here, we've been a defensive team and they've had good defenses. So is that Tibbs' fault? He's known as a defensive coach, and he's proved it here. Is it his fault that we don't have a good defense?
I want to say yes and no, because again, when you get Cat, you knew what that meant. That Cat was going to be great offensively and bad defensively. Tibbs said okay. Like, we got to be fair. He did say okay to Cat.
I'm sure he did.
So the defense, it took a hit that I don't think a lot of us. We knew the defense was going to be not as good. But I don't think people thought the defense was going to be this bad where now we can't just stop anybody. I mean, I seen the comments. I think it's true that this is the fourth game in a row that a bench player has just killed the Knicks. I think that a bench player has scored over 20 points. That's not good. I mean, plain and simple. I mean, when one guy off the bench is outscoring the Knicks' entire bench. Again, I know Leon Rose, he sees it too. We all see it. So I know he's going to try to, like I said, get a bench. But I don't know, Sim. It just was certain things with him. I mean, the 3-point defense, it's just never been there. We got to call a spade a spade. That one season, I think that was a season where it was shortened season. Was the one season that the 3-point defense was good. Other than that, man, the 3-point defense has just been horrible.
Perimeter defense hasn't always been great, but the overall, you're gonna have a hole in something in your defense. The perimeter defense as a whole hasn't always been great.
And for some, Tim,
but overall, doesn't know how to they've been a top 5 defense for a few years.
Yeah, no, it's been a top 5, but it's just the perimeter defense. Sim, it's just, again, besides that one blip season of when it was shortened, and to be fair, even in that shortened season, he was still leaving shooters open. I just think that season, a lot of players were missing. I mean, that's been bad. He still can't beat his own. I love Tibbs.
Wait a minute. Hold up. So is it the players or the coach that can't beat his own?
It's the players, but are we not recognizing that there's a zone? And because I feel like every time a team plays a zone against the Knicks, we get flustered and act like we don't know how to shoot.
If you get an open shot, you got to make it. Right?
Yeah, but come on, Sam. But Sam, you notice in games when they play zone, it's like the Knicks just literally just don't move the ball, get to the open shooter. I'm saying these are just certain things, and I get it, Sam. Every team has characteristics that they have even on the offense and defense. It's just with Tibbs, it's just like I see a lot of this stuff, and that part hasn't changed, even though players have changed.
Look, the perimeter defense.
I just don't know.
I can give you the perimeter defense. I can give you that. Not beating a zone, I can't give you that. Players, listen, they've played versus a zone their entire life. They know exactly what to do, and they're all in the right positions. You got to beat it. I can give you that 3-point defense. Hasn't been good. The perimeter defense and especially this year, perimeter defense hasn't been good. The zone. Now I can give you that Tom Thibodeau doesn't play a zone. I can give you that too.
Which we've been all asking him to do for a while. At least switch it up.
Especially Sim.
Yeah, I've been asking for a long time. For a long time. But
because again, I'm not trying to say Miami because I look at the Miami Heat, right? and I use them as a good example because they're not the most talented team. But what they do that I thought was very well is that, yes, they play man-to-man, but they also can max in a zone. And they do it for a few possessions, play zone. They go back to the man-to-man and go to the zone. And it keeps the opponent on their toes. But they don't know what's coming. Now, I do wish Fizz would do that just to change it up a little and help the weaker defenders that are not good. But, again, it's those things. But like I said, and the only reason why I say SM too, because again, I know what you're gonna say when I say this. I use the Cavs as an example. Bickerstaff was a good coach. He was a good coach. They got Kenny Atkinson, same players. You know, they got a different coach with a different philosophy. And again, I'm not saying it's gonna fully. It might not work, but they look completely different. Like look at them. I mean, they're on pace to win 70 games.
Okay.
How much of that has to do with the coach, and how much of that
I think this season has to do a lot with the
team
coach.
being together for 3-4 years
and healthy so far?
No, those plays factors into it, but I think a coaching style change for them and that it works beneficial to them. Again, I'm not saying it's going to work, but do you honestly think this could take us to the championship?
I don't know.
I think he can.
I don't know until it happens. You know,
I thought he could before this year. So, and we're clearly better than we've been.
Clearly
So
better than last year.
how can I now say I don't believe?
And like I said, I would love this to be our championship coach, but it's just, I don't know, Sim. It's just, I just hope when we do get those pieces that it does work out. Because I wouldn't be mad if it works out and we do good. Yeah, keep this. But I don't know, Sim. If we get all these pieces,
so are you saying it's not working out? Are you saying it's not working out right now?
No, we're doing in the grand scheme of things, we're doing good. It's just.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. In the grand scheme of things, we're third in the Eastern Conference. We're 11 games over 500. Right? That's where we are right now.
But I mean, but when you dig deeper though, it's just clearly the Knicks starters are tired. Clearly we're beating the bad teams, which we're supposed to do, but we're just struggling against the top teams, which other teams do, but it's just we got to start winning these games against these top teams. Because after a while, I'm looking at our schedule. It's not going to be that many bad teams we face.
I mean, there's a lot of parity throughout the league. So let's move on to the next part. You said that you can't judge Tibbs until we get a bench, until Mitch comes back, but you want him fired. So I'm a little confused there. But tell me which coach you're hiring. Tell me who you're hiring. That's what I want to know.
I wouldn't be mad at my man's name. I wouldn't be mad at the UConn coach. I'm a Husky. I wouldn't be. I would be mad
at the who coach. At the who coach?
The UConn's coach. UConn's men's team.
Oh, UConn.
It would be bittersweet for me because I'm a Husky.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be mad if he took the Knicks job. He's a good coach.
Does he want to coach in the NBA?
He turned down the Lakers.
He turned it down.
Not.
So you're betting that an unproven NBA coach is going to do better.
I'm
just asking you questions. I'm just asking
you questions. I know
where
you're going with this, man.
I'm asking you questions. I want you to explain yourself. You believe an unproven coach, an unproven NBA coach is going to do better.
I think he'll be a good coach, yeah. I think he will be.
Okay. All right.
But against it,
I'm not even going to ask you why. I'm not going to ask you why.
But Sam, my thing with this is that I don't know if he could take us to the next level.
Do you know that?
Even if I
do,
say,
do
even if
you
he
know?
gets the
Do you
pieces,
know?
I don't know if he can
Hold up.
take.
Do you know what you call it can take us to the next level?
Who?
Who'd you just mention as coach? I didn't even really hear.
Oh, the UConn coach?
Yeah.
I forget my man's name. I'm having a brain fart right now. I'm having a brain fart. No,
So, but can he? Do you believe he can take us to the next level?
I think he can bring some great philosophies, and
No. Hold up. I'm not firing Tibbs to bring in someone who brings great philosophies. I'm firing Tibbs to bring in somebody who's going to guarantee us a championship.
See, I know what you do when you do
Or guarantee to take us to the next level. Who's going to... Why am I going to fire a coach who has continuously raised the stock of this team for somebody that I'm unsure of? I'm not. If I fire Tibbs, I'm bringing in somebody that I'm sure of.
I wouldn't be mad.
Who is that person?
I'm going to get you upset if I say this name. If I say Johnny Bryant, you're going to get upset.
I'm not going to get upset. I'm just going to say he's unproven. He hasn't proven anything.
I wouldn't be mad at Johnny Bryant.
Okay.
I think, honestly, to be real with you, I do think if Tibbs ever steps down, I think he would be the next coach. If he ever wanted to step down. I don't know. To me, I'm just saying a few coaches that,
I dig it.
Like I said, the Cavs were here. They got a new coach, and yes, I know the health part is true. They went to a new level. Then you got what's the other team? Look, Udoka. Look at Udoka. He only been in Houston 2 years.
He's in
Look that team
Houston.
around.
He's not leaving.
No, but I'm saying, look at
He's
him.
got a job.
I mean, that was a lottery team.
So were the Knicks.
But come on, so nobody thought the Houston was going to be second in the
Nobody
West.
thought that the Knicks, with Elfrid Payton leading the charge, was going to win 41 games and make the playoffs.
Oh, yeah,
And they did.
We don't talk about that.
I mean, am I right? Tony, am I right?
Yeah, you
In a
absolutely
short
right.
season.
There was still 10 games above 500.
In a shortened season, I mean,
They played 10 games less.
The Knicks
Okay,
had the best perimeter defense, and the best perimeter defense that season.
Let's not try
If we lost the 10 games, we still would have been a 41-win team.
Right. If you played 82 games, we still would have been a 41-win team. You still would have been at least 500. If you take that, you probably win 6 of those other 10 games. You probably win 6 of them. Or 7 of them. If you do the math, right? A lottery team, a terrible basketball team, to the playoffs. And the year that he became the coach. Didn't even take another year. So you're telling me about things that other coaches did that he did with this very basketball team. All I'm saying is, if I'm firing Tibbs, I'm bringing in somebody who I look and say, this guy is better. He is clearly better. He has a proven track record of being better.
And honestly, I'm not even thinking about firing a coach in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
So, like,
wait. I did not want to fire him. I did not want to fire him in the middle of the season.
And for the people in the chat with Johnny Bryant, I'm not discounting Johnny Bryant. Yes, he's with Cleveland. Cleveland is doing well. He's not the head coach. Sorry, he's not the head coach. You don't know what he's going to do as head coach. You don't know what philosophies he brings. He's learning from some great coaches. Yes. He's still unproven as a head coach. Will he get a chance one day? He probably will. But you can't turn and say he will take the Knicks over the top. You don't know that. You don't. Like I haven't heard if Greg Popovich was free and you said fire Tibbs and hire Greg Popovich, I'd be like, okay, that might be a good move right there. But until someone tells me of a coach that is free, that you can hire, that is better than Tibbs, I ain't got nothing for you.
Isaiah, I'm surprised you ain't say Rick Brunson.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
You know, I just, you know,
so
I
Sim,
need to
wanna
see
ask
a
you a
coach
question.
that is better than Tibbs, that is free, that is available to us. Then it makes sense
Sim,
to
I
me.
want to ask you a question.
Then it makes sense. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? I want your honest response.
Yep.
Let's say everything goes right. Let's say Mitch comes back and, you know, Mitch did, by the way, Mitch did an update. Sounds like he should be back running and contacting soon. He did something on Snapchat. But everything goes well.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch comes back healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say he needs like maybe a couple games,
Mm-hmm.
you know, regular to get the rest off.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Leon Rose gets us a bench, maybe, I don't know for Jordan Clarkson, but he gives us a decent bench scoring option.
Mm-hmm.
Where should the Knicks go this year?
Well, I mean, you got to see how the team comes together. This season is obviously, you know, the East is deeper. You know, more parity. So, I mean, you would expect that this team, the expectation for this team is to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's the expectation. So to get there, you're gonna have to beat. I mean, they're already one of the top 3 teams in the league. To get there, you got to beat one of the top 2. Right? Got to beat one of the top 2 because you're going to face off against one of these top 2 teams in the second round.
The Eastern Conference, if everything goes right.
I mean, I'm saying if everything goes right, at least Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay.
It's not a fully finished basketball team.
I think we're a wing defender and a healthy Mitchell.
I mean,
I think those are the couple
all right.
to be a championship.
But you still haven't given me a legitimate replacement for Tibbs. That's what I'm waiting to hear. I want to hear
got a great one.
Who that
I got a great
replacement
one.
is. Who?
Damian Russell.
I would do what I could.
You like that one?
I would do what I could. And then I come on after every game. I come right on this show after every game. I tell James Jones, like, listen, this is where I'm doing my post-game show. And I talk straight to the fans.
The views would go crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
You would get
For real.
all the hate and all the love.
And then I respond. I'd respond to the chat too. As the head coach, I would respond to the chat. James Dolan would hate it.
Oh, you be getting fired.
Hate it.
Friday of the week. No filter?
Be crazy. He'd hate it. All right, Big Bubba.
Can I be an assistant coach? Me and
hell no.
No,
hell no. You're not gonna be my assistant coach.
Come on, why can't I be an assistant coach, man?
Huh? You ain't gonna be this. You bugging.
I have us win at least 50
No,
games.
I'll get you a job in the
strength and conditioning.
You know. Nah, I get him job, you know, after the game, cleaning up all the popcorn.
Oh,
I got you.
I was about to cuss on your show.
I got you. I got you. Clean up all the.
Oh, by the way, I just want you to know, man. Tim, don't call it a comeback. You know, I got my own place now, so I have been cooking. I have to be cooking now.
Okay.
Don't call it a comeback,
right.
But I've been cooking lately, man. Look at my IG, man. I've been cooking a lot.
Okay.
I cook for my job, They love the food. I cooked some empanadas.
Okay, that's what's up.
I'm coming
That's
back.
you got
y'all.
you
Don't-
got
don't
you got
you worry.
lucky. You got lucky. Julius Randle got traded, so I'm not gonna bust you with Skechers. Cause you was about to get
Yeah.
smacked in some Skechers. I was gonna rock Skechers.
I want the chat to know the trilogy is gonna happen.
It's not a good thing for
You
you.
gotta have 3 of them.
Hey, it's not a good thing for you. Cause you're going 0-3. Anyway.
I'm getting it all back in blood, man.
Right.
I'm getting it all back in blood.
You're trying to dominate the time. Somebody else is trying to call in.
My bad. Listen, Tony, Tim, I appreciate y'all. Yo, get these likes up. Let's go.
Appreciate you, brother. Peace.
All right, man.
Big Bubba in the building, ladies and gentlemen. My man JJ from Brooklyn, what's popping, brother? How you feeling?
Yo, what's good, fellas? What's going on,
I'm
man?
good, man. I'm
What
good.
up?
I'm good. How you feeling right
JJ,
now, man?
salute.
Yeah. Man,
Hey, Sim, I'm
See, I'm
gonna get out of
frustrated,
here.
All right. Hold on
aggravated.
hold on for 1 second, JJ.
Yeah, yeah.
Tony. All right, bro. Appreciate you,
No
man.
doubt, man. Appreciate you too. JJ, salute. Chat, salute.
Salute, Tony.
Josh, no doubt.
No doubt. Peace. All right, go ahead, JJ.
Yeah, man. I don't even know where to start, to be honest. All right, so Cade Cunningham, right? He had 4 fouls before the first half ended. How come every single play isn't to get him his 5th and then get him his 6th? He could have been fouled out midway through the third quarter. I mean, he's the best player. He's in deep, deep foul trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you not going at him every play? We did it like early in the third. OG 2 plays in a row. They were trying to hide him. And OG, the first play, he backed away. Then he got a strip. And then they tried to hide him on Hart. There should be nobody in the starting 5 where you should be able to hide anybody. You know, I mean, if he's on Hart, take him down low. Maybe he'll back away. He'll probably give you 2 free points. Or, you know, maybe he does something silly and commits his 5th. Then he's out till late in the 4th. I mean, at that point, every play should be get Cade Cunningham his 5th foul.
Okay.
You know.
I mean, I get you. I get you.
You know,
Yeah, I don't know, man.
like,
The Knicks got us depressed
you
today.
know,
Tough loss. A nice win over the Bucks. Tough loss to the Pistons. And we're on a homestand.
you know what it is? Like, the Bucks win, to be honest, it really didn't impress me, to be honest, because we have that team's number. It's just a great matchup for us. Like, when we play, you know, an older team, an unathletic team, we play well. But whenever we play a young team, fresh legs, athleticism, we lose. Like, point blank. God forbid we get the wrong matchup in the first round. The Hawks, the Magic, a deep team, a young team, an athletic team, a tall team. We're in trouble. I mean, we're in trouble, honestly. I think, you know, I mean, now we're acting like Mitch is some kind of savior. I mean, you know, come on now. You know, I mean, I just see too many issues. The perimeter defense is terrible. We have, let's be real, we have 3 bad defenders. Everyone talks about Brunson and Cat. Josh Hart is not a good defender whatsoever. I mean, he's a low IQ defender. He's leaving Beasley open at the end on the open threes. I don't know where he's going. I don't know where his head's at. And then we got 2 overrated defenders in Wingstop. You know, what do we have out there? Not much. You know, there's not much.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know, man. We're gonna see what happens with. We'll see. We gotta give it some time, man. We're on the pace to win 52 games, right?
Yeah.
Right. We're on
Don't
the pace.
feel like it though.
It doesn't right now, but we're on a pace to win 52 games so far this season.
I mean, the hardest schedule last though too. You know.
Yep.
We.
You know, we haven't been fully healthy yet, and you know, we're still a team that's learning a lot of new pieces.
Yeah.
26 wins.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, we're on 26 wins.
Yeah. I know. I get it. But it's just, I just see the flaws, like you were saying earlier, Sin, like
Mm-hmm.
we're unathletic, like you said before earlier in the show. Who's our plus athlete in the starting lineup? Probably maybe Bridges. He's definitely our most athletic player, and he's not like, a speed demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're slow.
Yeah.
OG is slow. Brunson for a point guard, he's not that quick. OG, Cat for a 5, he's not like,
Mm-hmm.
he could be more athletic than certain 5s, like a Brook Lopez, but he's not he's not a freak.
Yeah. I mean,
Josh Hart, he's, average,
yeah.
athletic,
We're on pace to
and
eclipse last season.
yeah, yeah,
Without as much depth as last season, with
right,
not as good of a
yeah,
defense as last season.
right,
Right. So, let
yeah.
we still got
I hear you.
an entire
It's
half of
just
the
hard
season to
right
go.
now to, you know.
Yeah. We still have an entire half
Yeah,
of the season to go to adjust and get better.
right, right. I mean, to me, like, this really all comes down to the playoffs anyway. We'll go, whether we got the 2nd seed, the 6th seed,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
It's, in a sense, it's kind of like, all right, what's going to happen in the playoffs? Like, that's when I guess you can really kind of judge this player or that player. You know what I mean? Like, I guess we just going to play the best ball at the right time, which we know when that is, end of the season, the playoffs. So,
Yeah.
but there's definitely some concerns here, man. The perimeter defense, it's, I'd rather give up an open dunk than open threes to a Malik Beasley.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to play the percentages. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's out there for one reason only. One reason.
Okay. I hear you,
You
man.
know,
I don't know.
he can't be the guy you leave open in the biggest shots of the game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
tough. Yeah.
let's see how this team, let's see how we develop. If we have some players added, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
See
see.
what happens.
Yeah.
JJ, I appreciate
All right,
you,
man.
man.
Appreciate you, sir.
Appreciate you, brother.
All right,
Peace.
man.
Shout out to my man Uncle Fulio. Said last year, and Uncle Fulio, I meant to get you the last one up, but it went away. I don't know where it went. But anyway, he said last year Knicks were 24-17 after 41 games. Game 41 kicked off a 9-game win streak. This year, this team has one more and higher in Eastern standings at this point. My point is chill out and be patient. Yeah, let's be patient. I mean, there's some things that the Knicks got to fix. The defense, for one, the Knicks got to fix. The bench has to get deeper. We need to continue to build the chemistry. Those are the things that is wrong with the Knicks right now, in my opinion. Escape Artist said, playoff record, please. Listen, I get what you're saying, right? Playoff record, right? We made it to Game 7 last year. The farthest that we had been in the playoff, Game 7 of round 2, the farthest that we had been in the playoffs in a decade. Is that not the truth? That's the farthest that we had been in the playoffs in a decade. One game away from the Eastern Conference Finals. The farthest we've been in a decade. That's our playoff record on the tips. We went the farthest that we went in a decade. Should I say it again? Unfortunately, we lost to the same team. But it's still the farthest we've been in a decade. This team versus that team a decade ago is better built. Although last year was a different team than this year, this team is better built. Got to add some bench pieces, right? But it's built better. is built to last. That year afterwards, it broke down, right? Because everybody was old, besides Melo and Amari and Raymond Felton. This team is built to grow together. You know? It's built to grow together. So, I mean, Jamrock said, this organization has not done that much in a decade. That ain't saying a lot. Is that Tibbs' fault? Is that Brunson's fault? Is that Cat's fault? Is that Leon Rose's fault? No. The fact is, we still went the farthest that we've been in a decade. That's the facts. I don't think it matters if the organization was good or not. We did better, and we continuously got better. Someone said, what is our playoff record? That is our playoff record. We went farther than we have in a decade. And we can still get better. The farthest we've been in a decade. Last year, I guarantee you this whole chat was, we've been the farthest we've been in a decade. Wow, boom, boom, boom. We got a chance to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. If we wasn't hurt, we would have been in the Eastern Conference Finals. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Gotta let it happen, man. Gotta let it happen. Uncle Fulio. I'm gonna laugh at some of these people in the chat once the Knicks actually win 50 games and win their first round playoff matchup, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Utter nonsense that I'm reading here. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. You know, the farthest we've been in a decade. The best team we've had in a decade. On a pace to win more games than we have since that 2000 whatever team with Melo and Jason Kidd and all those guys. On pace to win at least 52. That's the pace right now. Anything could happen. Just saying. You know, like, this is actually the pace where we are right now. And if we didn't hit, you know, go 2-7, if we even went 500 or, you know, 4-3, we'd be looking even better, you know, over the last 7 games. We'd be looking even better. You know, just saying. Again, unlimited, whatever your name is. Who cares about regular season games? So freaking what? What happens in the playoffs is what matters. Stop touting that BS. And I was just I wasn't even talking about the regular season, bro. Yeah, we're on pace to win more games, but last season in the playoffs, we went farther than we have in a decade. That's what I've been saying for the last 5 minutes. That's what happened in the playoffs. Yeah, we lost. Only one team wins it all. We went farther than we have in a decade. The Washington Commanders won a playoff game for the first time in a damn generation. So if they lose the next game, it's like, okay, but you know what? They're getting better. They're going farther and farther, right? Their fans are celebrating. We were celebrating last year. Now we're not. Although the team is coming off one of the best seasons that they've had. The best season that they've had in a decade. That's what the team is coming off. And we're on pace to be better than that. We're coming off of a season that was the very best season that we had in a decade, and we're on pace to be better than that. Is the team perfect? Nope. But we're on pace to be better than that. And we want the coach fired. And we want the coach fired. On pace to be better than that, ladies and gentlemen. Ain't that something? We won the coach fight. Anyway, I'm out of here, folks. I know it wasn't just a regular post-game show, but I figured you heard all of that anyway since I was late. You know, hopefully me and Tony can jump on tomorrow night, man. Please rest easy, ladies and gentlemen. Be peaceful and all of that. I'll argue with you tomorrow. I'm out. Peace.
This is NBK, nothing but Knicks. When Sim passed the assist, you know that it's #1 show that breaks down the game. If you can't play defense, stay out my way. Dribble the ball, come down the lane. 5 seconds on the shot clock, who gon' win us the game? You wanna hear Nick updates and trade rumors? Post-game reviews, this the place you tune in. So tell a friend just to keep the ball moving. Like the page if you feeling the movement. Every game we coming to win. Give us a sub like a player that came off the bench. This is NBK, nothing but Knicks.